get down to business today. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Luna Linday. I'm a burlesque performer, also known as the Tap Dancing Tease. And today I've got a very exciting video because this week we're going to be making a brand new tap burlesque act. This is my Commander Day act. As you can see from some of the things on the floor, I'm a fraction of the way into the costuming. We'll get to that in a second. I made a list. Before we get into this act that we're going to be making this week, I want to quickly touch on what the key things are to think about when you're constructing a burlesque act. So the 4 things to think about in no particular order, because people like to start at different steps and you can do them in different orders. I do them in different orders from time to time. The 4 parts are as follows. Part 1, your concept/story. What is the concept, the theme, the vibe, the gimmick / is it narrative driven? Are you telling a story? Number 2, music. This is a very important one. What music are you using? Is it a single song? Is it a medley? Is it a remix? Is it an original song? The music to me is the crux. Very important, your music choice. Number 3, the 3rd thing is costume. And for a burlesque costume, you have many different layers. So basically that ends up being like 3 to 4 costumes, all decreasing in size, that all cohesively work together as one unit. Then the 4th part is your choreography / performance. What are you going to do on stage? You have your fabulous costume, you have your concept or story, you have your music. What are you doing? That's the 4th part. So for this first one, the concept started as Sexy Soldier, and that just did not go well. So then I evolved the concept to Militant Showgirl. And once I had that frame of reference, everything started flowing. It got more like BDSM-y. One of the things that I've already accomplished is rhinestoning this harness here. I've already rhinestoned my tap shoes. That was a big epic project I did a couple weeks ago. Here I have this bra. The front is awfully finished. The back is not, and it needs sleeves of some sort. Oh, better yet, let me take you through this list I made. For the 7 Nation Army, did I say the song was 7 Nation Army? Yeah, it's a sexy cover of 7 Nation Army. So the tap shoes, as you see, the tap shoes are done. We're in business with those. The bra, like I said, half done. And this was like the hard part, I think. The hat. This came like this, but I have a whole other initiative with this hat. Okay, then the harness, that's this. I finished this last night. Then the belt. I also did this a couple weeks ago and I did the tap shoes. Then we have a bunch of fabric here. I'll show you the fabric in a second. And with this fabric, we're going to try to make gloves, a poncho, a thong, short skirt, a long skirt. I checked off sunglasses, but I cannot find them, so we'll see. Pasties, tights. I have a couple options of tights, and I'm really hoping that I can use something that I already have. Okay, then there's 2 props. Props are top secret. I don't know that I'm going to tell you what they are in this video. Okay, I wanted to show you some of the fabric I have. So first, I have this fabric here, which I think is going to be for the skirt, the short skirt, and possibly the gloves, and maybe also possibly the thong. We use this beautiful fabric here for the long dramatic skirt at the beginning. Might also make a poncho out of this. This looks like armor to me, so I'm going to incorporate this on the poncho as well.
I remembered I made this sketch a couple weeks back. I think the vision has evolved slightly since then. Like at the time these were floggers, but that is not a surprise prop. That's the long skirt we're going for the top layer. And that's like the little skirt, the poncho, the bra, the hat. The numbers just refer to probably the order of removal.
I found the sunglasses. I went ahead and tried everything on because this list here with all these empty boxes was really stressing me out. So I put this all on and now I feel better because this actually feels like a lot is happening already, which is great. I started working on the pasties. I used little finger symbols like from belly dancing. And because they were shaped kind of like this, they fit perfectly around my neck. Now I made a circle skirt, but this is like not working out well because this belt is so chunky. So I'm re-strategizing now. I'm gonna work on the thong next. I may have to get some thick elastic out to make some sort of base. Hello and welcome back to this project. First, I wanted to show you these thigh highs that I found in my stash that I think are perfect. Although they did have a hole when I put them on, so I was able to repair them using, you can get elastic thread to repair your fishnets. I learned about this at Royal Caribbean. Okay, let's take you through what I worked on yesterday. Starting with the thong here. I'm modeling it, as you can see. I made this from scratch. I have a little star here. I have rhinestone straps. More rhinestone straps back here, as you can see. And there's more to it. It's transitional, which brings us to the short skirt. It attaches and removes from the thong. Pretty excited about that. It is these cool little tiered ruffles, which I think will look great when I'm tap dancing. So that's the skirt. Oh, and also the pasties. I finished the pasties yesterday. What do we think? Little shields, right? Let's have a look at what is left to accomplish. The bra, the hat, gloves. I do have some that may work. A poncho, do you guys remember that circle skirt I made the other day? Well, I didn't like it as a circle skirt, but you know what? It's a fantastic poncho. Long skirt. I only wear this for like 15 seconds of the dance, but it needs to be a moment. Small update is I pinned elastic here to base my sleeves. I also decided to cross the straps. Hello and welcome back to this project. Today is Saturday, aka show day. It's 12 o'clock and we have to start getting ready around 3 o'clock. And this is when the magic happens. I have to admit that adrenaline is part of my creative process. Also, let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday I was under the weather, but because yesterday I napped, I ate about 5 oranges. Today we're in great shape. Me and my body, we are a well-oiled machine. So, though I've not done any physical rehearsal for this yet, I know most of the dance, and we have 3 hours here. So 3 hours, we're gonna be good to go. We're gonna do a nice warm up. Okay, great news, you guys. It's only 1:30 and the dance is done. Choreographed, feel great about it. So what I'm gonna do with this extra time is to do an in-studio dress rehearsal here at home and try to do it as full out with all the costume bits as I can. Then I need to eat a really good meal to fuel up for tonight. And then I think we're on track to get to the venue early to have time to practice. Let's do the dress rehearsal and confirm that all the costume pieces are finished and functioning normal. Hi you guys, welcome back. It's Tuesday, it's a couple days post-show. The show went fantastic and the new act was a hit. I got a lot of great feedback, a lot of people loved it. First I did tech rehearsal, like a dress rehearsal when I got to the venue, and that was like a little bit rough. I dropped one of my props. But I got a video of my tech run, which I always like to do because then in the time during tech and the show, I'm just watching the video and giving myself a ton of notes, going over those changes. In the show performance, everything went very smooth. Oh yeah, this thing, you never really saw me make it because I made this like an hour before I had to leave on Saturday. And I think why I like the crunch time so much is because the day before I just didn't have the balls to cut it. And then come show day, here I am just cutting this fabric. I laid my little Luna robe and I put this fabric over top. And from that, I really easily got like this basic silhouette. And then I created these sort of petal-like things. So basically it's like a poncho and I just remove it like this, really easy. Tonight I have another show and I'm gonna perform this act one more time. Okay, now that the show's over, I can actually finish this because I never did anything to the hem, which some fabrics you can cut and they're perfectly fine. Like the skirt of this, I cut and it was totally fine, didn't unravel. But here, this one, let me find an example. Look at this. That's just from wearing it twice, so I'm gonna have to cut that off and then seal the edge. And what I like to use is just permanent fabric adhesive, and it just has like a little paint tip, and so I just go around the edge here. Alright, well the poncho is done and that brings us to the completion of this costume. It also brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for making this burlesque act with me. If you happen to see this video before March 15th, come to the show on March 15th at Vegas 360. That's where I'll be doing this act next at 7 o'clock. Next week I'm traveling to Vegas and Hollywood for some exciting burlesque adventures, so make sure you're following me on Instagram if you're not already, because that's where I'll be posting all the fun stories from the travels. Be sure to like and subscribe if you saw anything you liked.